Hello, welcome back to another video on astrology. The solar eclipse that happens on September 1, that is Thursday, 2016. This is an annular solar eclipse and it starts 11:49 Indian Standard Time. Peak is at 14:38 Indian Standard Time and ends at 17:37 IST, Indian Standard Time. It's visible in Africa, Indian Ocean. Even if it's not visible, it has an effect all over the world, and it does not affect all the people. It only affects those whose birth had anything to do with the exact point of the solar eclipse. But don't worry, because there's always something that you can do about this. Remedies are always there in astrology. So let's understand the solar eclipse. As on September 1, 2016, Rahu is here and obviously Ketu will be here. But let's concentrate on Rahu, which is exactly where the eclipse is going to happen. The sun keeps shifting once every month. So it just crosses over this point on April 14th, mid-April to mid-May, and then goes on like this. And on mid-August, it just crossed over this point. And as it got nearer and nearer to Rahu, like this, then this triggers an eclipse. Now this triggers an eclipse. This is a solar eclipse, but there are two possibilities. It could be a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, depending upon where the moon is. So let's bring the moon into this horoscope. So the moon, you all know, goes around like this once in 28 days, and it stays in a sign for 2.25 days, and then as it moves like this, today, which is September 1, 2016, the moon also joins like this. As soon as this happens, the sun is hidden, temporarily hidden. It's there all the time, but just an apparent phenomena. But whenever something very strange like this happens, it is usually considered as a message or a warning. In the same way that whenever you see anything abnormal, there is some information in it, and you need to stop and look around. That's the reason why eclipses are quite popular as far as Indian astrology is concerned. Now, let's go to Jagannatha Hora and let's study this from the astrological point of view. You can see here the moon, Rahu and the sun all huddled around together. But the interesting part is, if you look at the longitude of the sun, it is 15 degrees Leo, and the moon is at 15 Leo 19 minutes, so exactly conjunct at 2:38:54 p.m., which is therefore the peak time of this eclipse as far as Indian Standard Time is concerned. But the most important point is, you need to find out what is the nakshatra during this Amavasya. So on all solar eclipses, during solar eclipse, it is always an Amavasya. You can see here Amavasya, 34% left when it is peak solar eclipse. But more important to us is, we need to find out what is the nakshatra at the time the eclipse happens. And so you can see here it is Poorvaphalguni, Pooram or Pubba. There are many ways of telling the same thing, but in case you do not know the exact the way to pronounce this, then I'll give you the clue that this is the 11th nakshatra, if you start counting from the first star Ashwini. So that should remove all the confusions you have regarding the name. But the Sanskrit name is Poorvaphalguni. So it just means that all the Poorvaphalguni people in this world must take some precautions. For the next 3 to 6 months, you will have to be very careful while doing something very risky. Usually fast driving, high speed driving, it's best avoided. It's not good to take any high risk activities like investing all the money you have in the stock market. Even if your doctors are suggesting a surgery, please ask them if you could postpone it for another 3 to 6 months. For those who believe in the Hindu way of doing the remedies, to remove the dosha of the eclipse, put a few darba grass leaves on the food and water kept in your home. Take bath after the eclipse using this water. Avoid oil bath during this solar eclipse. You can recite your favorite mantras or anything that has been given to you, assigned to you. To prevent indigestion, avoid food during the eclipse. Obviously, it's best you avoid physical union, because physical union has to be avoided anyway during Amavasya, because Amavasya is a day kept aside for forefathers. Now here comes the most interesting part. During the eclipse, if you pay back a small portion of your debt, it is believed that you will soon get rid of them, even the most troublesome one. Now, when is the exact time to pay back part of your loan? You can actually pay it any time from the starting to the ending of this solar eclipse. But I would like to tell you that the peak time is the best time for all this, 1438 Indian Standard Time. So if you recite any of your favorite mantras during this time, you will surely be rewarded. Those who know meditation, you can also try meditation during the eclipse. That's all for now. So see you soon in my next video.